So guys, this is an A-line dress for a girl of 6 years. I'll be using 6 years old girl measurement for this. So the length I'm using here is 26 inches. Then you are going to mark out your shoulder line. That will be your guideline shoulder line. So after that, you mark your shoulder. I'll be using 6.5 inches for her shoulder, 6.5 inches. If your child is bigger, you can use 7 inches or 6 inches, depending on the size of your child. Then the neck depth of this is going to be 3 inches, and the neck width is going to be 2.5 inches. Okay, neck depth 3 inches, width 2.5 inches, and you curve it. So if you don't want to put zip, you can make your neck wider. So I'll be slanting my shoulder with just half inch slant. Then armpits, I'll be using 6.5 inches also for the armpits, 6.5 inches. This is an A-line dress and it's going to be very free on the girl, very free dress. Then you divide your armpit measurements by 2. You divide it by 2. Then come out by half inch and curve it. You can use your free hand to curve it. You can use your curve ruler, just like I'm doing, to curve your own. So I'm done curving it because I say that I want the dress to be very free. I want the dress to be very free. So the bust measurement I'll be using here is going to be 32 inches, and that is 2 inches. I will divide it by 4. I will divide the 32 inches by 4. So this is it. 32 inches by 4 is giving me 8 inches. Then I mark it. This including the allowance and everything. So the width of the fabric I folded is 14 inches. I folded this fabric, the pattern, with 14 inches. Okay, then from that 8 inches I mark, you are going to draw it straight or slant it straight to the full length, just like I'm doing. Slant it straight to the full length, just like I did. Okay, then after that, you are going to come up with 2 inches and curve it so that that place will not look funny after sewing it. So you curve it this way. So after you curve it, let's cut out the pocket. We are going to be cutting pockets together. This one is not the separate pockets, I'm cutting it together with the body. Okay, so I come down from that armpit line, I come down by 4 inches. Okay, but if it's an adult, you can come down by 8 or 9 inches for an adult. So I come down by 3 inches from that armpit line. Okay, 4 inches from that armpit line. So you're going to place your hand like this. If it's a bigger person or an adult, you are going to widen your hand so that the pocket would be a little bigger. Okay, but it's for a child, so I place my hand like this and curved it. Okay, so make sure that the wideness of that pocket will be at least 6 inches for a child and 7 inches for an adult. Okay, so I have curved my pocket. So guys, I'm done drafting. Let's cut it out. Okay, so after cutting out the front, you are going to place it on the another fabric or pattern for the back. So if you like, we can put zipper allowance, but here I didn't put zipper allowance. So the neck depth for the back is going to be 1.5 inches. I used just 1.5 inches for the neck depth for the back pattern. Okay, so after that, I'm going to cut it out. So it's only the neck that is different here. It's only the neck that is different from the front here. Okay, so you cut it. So because we didn't put zipper allowance, I'm going to open the back just like 4 or 3 inches. After turning it out with facing, I'm going to put button. So you can put button there just to hold it together. Okay, so you can open it slightly, just 3 or 4 inches. After sewing it, after turning the neck, you can put button there to hold it together just like that. Okay, so for the front you can use bias or facing, but for the back I advise you to use facing. Cut facing for the back, use facing to turn the back so that it will be very neat. Then this is how it's going to look after putting the two of them together. You see how the pocket look, how the airline look. So this is it. This is how beautiful it's going to look. So I think you should try it out. So I'm not going to be showing how I sew this. So you are going to cut it exactly, or you add some measurements. You add some measurement depending on the size that you want to make. Okay, so you cut it. You can also put sleeve if you want. If you want, you can add sleeves on your own, but if you don't want to add sleeves, just use bias to turn the armpit. Use bias to turn the armpit after cutting it on your fabric. Turn the armpit, turn the neck, then sew the side. I think